Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone who rule well. Citations to you, Akim, out there pushing this truth with sincerity and fearlessness, risking your lives and freedom more so than ever. Back at you with another lesson. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. This is edification for the elect. Hope it's edifying. I got a few videos. We're going to hit the precepts. God, hope we gain some good understanding here. This first video, man, I'm just showing that in these times you're gonna find different situations as like creatures and animals in strange places. All right. See, when I first watched this video, I'm thinking, because this video is captured in Chicago. I'm thinking they're gonna pull out a rat or a big ass rat or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna see what they pull out. And this just goes to show one of the prophecies, a part of the prophecies, because it's going to get even crazier. You know, you're going to find bears and people in supermarkets. Like it's a zoo creature that came out of the zoo or something like that. It's going to be like that because they're smelling the food. They're going to go where the food going, where the food at, you know. But this is the prophecy, all right? And it's pretty shocking. You got that little, they got scared, boy. That was a coyote in Illinois, and they're saying that it's been an upscale of coyotes attacking people's kids, and you you at the playground and your kid at the playground, and next thing you know, a big ass coyote come up and start preying on your kids. You know, they out here hungry, they starving. These animals are. They're becoming spirits of vengeance. All right, you know they're in the cut. 2nd Ezra chapter 5 verse 8. Let me see KJV. 2nd Ezra chapter 5 verse 8. There shall be a confusion also in many places, and we see that. There's confusions all over the place, man. You know, confusion on the alphabet community, confusions on the labeling of the sexes, confusion on what's an orb and a drone and what's going on up there. They don't have the information. Confusion on all types of things. This is Babylon, which means confusion. So there shall be confusion also in many places. That's what it is. And the fire shall be opt. All right. You look, it's burning all over the damn place. All right. And the wild beasts shall change their places, and minstrous women shall bring forth monsters. All these things are happening. All right. You know, they're finding bears out of nowhere in people's places, and you know, people, and where usually it's just people. They're finding different, animals popping out of nowhere. And pretty much, if any of these animals attack someone, or someone gets mauled by any of these animals, kid or old woman, or regardless, whoever, the Lord allowed it. Ecclesiastes chapter 39, verse 28, there be spirits that were created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes in the time of destruction. They pour out their forces and appease the wrath of him that made them. All right, so things are gonna ramp up. You're gonna be seeing snakes and all types of different things popping out of nowhere. You'll be like, what the hell? Because the Lord has these things happening to these creatures filling the world. Into prophecy as well. All right. Next video. They're gonna follow suit in prophecy as well. That's what I mean. Next video is a video of it's an older cat named Reggie Jackson that played the NBL baseball league, Major Baseball League Association, and back in the day when Jackie Robinson, when it was racist as hell, and they had him on a panel with Rick Wood Field on Fox. And they expected him to be like, man, I was a young black man in baseball, and they expected him to say nothing but happy things, but he had nothing but sorrows to speak about on his experience in the baseball league as a so-called African American. All right, he had nothing but bad things to say of his experiences, and says he does not miss it at all. And this is a cat that was in there he was in there when Jackie Robinson was in there getting treated, and they. They only allowed so-called Negroes, African Americans, and Hispanics and all them in the league because they wanted to get rid of the Negro League, because the Negro League was doing the most of record breaking and all that stuff. We're better. So but they got away from that and got our brothers that was experiencing nothing but hell in this place, and he's going to explain it to you, but then we're going to have some precepts, because Esau is the devil. Esau can't hide from the bullshit they didn't put our people through. He was on national television speaking real shit, on what we all still go through, because they got a perpetual hatred. It's still the same hatred from then until now. Same shit. Nothing changed. Well, I'm going to let you watch the video, and then hopefully it's edifying precepts afterward.
Reggie, the baton has been passed for over a century here. We've been talking earlier about if it wasn't for the Willie Mays, the Jackie Robinson, the Reggie Jacksons, the three of us wouldn't have an opportunity to play. How emotional is it for you to come back to a play that you played with one of the greatest teams around?
Alex, when people ask me a question like that, it's like, coming back here is not easy. The racism that I played here, when I played here, the difficulty of going through different places where we traveled. Fortunately, I had a manager and I had players on the team that helped me get through it. But I wouldn't wish it on anybody. People said to me today, I spoke, and they said, you think you're a better person? You think you won when you played here in Concord? I said, I would never want to do it again. I walked into restaurants and they would point at me and said that can't eat here. I would go to a hotel and they say that can't stay here. We went to Charlie Finley's country club for a welcome home dinner, and they pointed me out with the N-word. He can't come in here. Finley marched the whole team out. Finally, they let me in there. He said, we're going to go to the diner and eat hamburgers. We'll go where we're wanted. Fortunately, I had a manager, Johnny McNamara, that if I couldn't eat in the place, nobody would eat. We'd get food to travel. If I couldn't stay in a hotel, they'd drive to the next hotel and find a place where I could stay. Had it not been for Raleigh Fingers, Johnny McNamara, Dave Duncan, Joe and Sharon Rudy, I slept on their couch 3-4 nights a week for about a month and a half. Finally, they were threatened that they would burn our apartment complex down unless I got out. I wouldn't wish it on anyone. The year I came here, Bull Connor was the sheriff the year before. And they took minor league baseball out of here because in 1963, the Klan murdered 4 black girls, children, in 11, 12, 14 years old at a church here and never got indicted. It was, they were from the Klan. Life magazine did a story on them like they were being honored. I wouldn't wish it on anyone. At the same time, had it not been for my white friends, had it not been for a white manager, and Rudy, and Fingers, and Duncan, and Lee Myers, I would have never made it. I was too physically violent. I was ready to physically fight some. I'd have got killed here because I'd have beat someone's ass, and you'd have saw me in an oak tree somewhere.
I can't even imagine. It's awful you had to go through that, but appreciate you sharing the rawness and the honesty of it with our audience. I mean, really, we love you, Reg. Yeah, thank you.
Quick history lesson right there.
That's a great history lesson. Reggie Jackson telling us all about it, preaching. Wow, that's unbelievable. Great Reggie Jackson, the Hall of Famer, joining us here, and we've got more.
Check Reggie Jackson number. Reggie was like, man, I've been on an oak tree somewhere. Matter of fact, let me get in the precepts, man. I ain't finna. I'm gonna check him out later on. Let me get into it with these precepts, man. Because Reggie said I wouldn't risk that shit on nobody, man. He was thankful to have Edomites he was with. They probably was Jake. You never know, man. But they made sure that, hey, if he can't do nothing, then we all ain't gonna eat up in here, type stuff. So, that's pretty cool. But at the same time, he don't wish nothing. No, he don't wish that on nobody. Being treated like that as an Israelite in the 1973. All right. Ecclesiastes, you see the KJV. Bear with me. Surely oppression Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, all right? And the gift destroyeth the heart, all right? Oppression, man. That's what that video was speaking on, it's going to back. The oppression that man went through playing baseball. And it really, you can see the anger in his voice. Let me see. Yeah, you can see the anger in his voice. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. He'd been through that, going through the baseball league and being the so-called first black pioneers to reach to the top on the so-called baseball American dream. Really, it was a nightmare. And he's expressing that. He said he would never wish that on nobody. Even when he had Edomites have his back through that time, he wouldn't wish that on nobody. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. And understand, people like him, he probably was being treated better than, imagine the many young black men and women that got abducted trying to go to college and got abducted trying to, go far away from home and do something better for themselves. And they got abducted and killed real quick, or just treated poorly. And, like he said, in Zechariah 11:5, they kill you and don't get away with it. There are people that are not in trouble as you are. I don't want to butcher that scripture. All right. Go to that Obadiah. Because Esau got to pay for that, man. That was pure oppression right there that they try to hide. They don't teach you this in history. They don't teach you the treatment and teach you that they still keeping that treatment going on. But Esau got to pay for what he's been doing to the children of Israel, the seed of Jacob. He got to pay for that, man. All right. Obadiah chapter 1, verse 10, for the violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. And then you hear him at the end of his what he was speaking on. He said, I would have been fighting and whooping motherfuckers' ass, and then they would have had me hanging on one of them oak trees. You know what I'm saying? It was like that. They was ready to hang niggas, man. They still are doing it. We're still finding Jake being hung, and Eve being hung in different places. Up north and down south. No game, man, and they still doing it, man. They got a perpetual hatred. They still got the same perpetual hatred they had for us in the past. Let me see. 35. Ezekiel 35 and 5 through 6. Ezekiel chapter 35, verses 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sith thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. All right? So our people have been going through this stuff, man. It wasn't just that man. It was many thousands, millions going through different processes that these people have troubled us and put trouble in our paths. And of course we were going through those curses, but like I said, the time of their iniquity had an end. They're not letting up on us, man. They got to pay for this. They got to pay for this, man, because they, it's be true justice according to the Lord. We got to pay for this, man. And they are, no matter how, when you integrate in their heaven, this is their heaven. This is Esau's kingdom. This is not Jacob's kingdom. This is your land of your captivity. So once you realize that, it is what it is. You can't. You're not going to win in Esau's game. You're not going to win in Esau's stadium. His game. This is his thing, because this is his kingdom. All right. So when Jake tried to integrate and do all that's what ruined everything. Jake tried to integrate, and it took away all the so-called black-owned businesses and all that stuff, because we started patronizing them instead of our own. It was all a setup. Martin Luther King was a setup, a paid puppet that they took out. They took him out. Baruch chapter 3 verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subjected to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our God. Yahweh Shai. So we were all in captivity. We're still at the end of this bondage, man. But we're in a change. We're changing our ways and stepping away from the darkness and rehearsing and having faith and and study thy show approved, doing what you got to do to stay oiled up, to keep to stay on your diligency. But hope this was edifying to the elect. want to give all praises unto Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim, Raha Kadash. Shalom. Until next time.